Creality sent me their brand new Otter 3D scanner, and I thought you might be interested to see the results. And I've got a challenge for you. Comment below which one you think is the 3D scan. Is it A or B? And can you guess all 3 challenges correct? Let me know below, and the answers will be revealed throughout the video. Okay, so I want to show you my experience with this camera, and I want to give you some of the tips and tricks that I found out to create a better scan. And it did come with a model for testing the scanner, so this owl will be what I scan first. And here is what the actual scanner looks like with all of its cameras and sensors. It's handheld with a long USB cable that you need connected to a computer. Creality also sent me this nice little turntable to assist with the scanning. I could not connect my camera to the software until I allowed the permissions in my antivirus protection, but then it easily connected. The kit came with this calibration board, so I followed the instructions to set up the camera, and the turntable will help me smoothly spin the model for the full 360. So there's just a few settings. Are you scanning a body, a face, or an object? Small, medium, or large? Is there more geometry or texture detail to scan? Do you want fast or high quality? Is it a turntable or not? So seeing green, of course, is good, meaning the 3D points are being collected and calculated. Red, of course, means bad. And the scanner also has a button and color codes on the back, so you can understand how the scan is going just by watching the back of the scanner. And then when it's done, it converts the point cloud into 3D polygon geometry. And then we'll stitch together all the captured images and then apply it to the model. And wow, okay, it was by default overexposed, so I went back and I changed the auto to manual exposure, and then dialed in what looks best. And then I tried the scanner again, and here are those results. I'm very impressed with the amount of details that it was able to capture. And this looks very accurate to the real world object too. And these textures look a lot better. And then when you're done, you can save out the file as a PLY, STL, or OBJ. But of course their test model would work well, so let's try something more difficult. So this model has a lot of tricky parts, including that glossy plastic and the dark tires. And the software will let you know if you're too close or too far away, so I try to stay in that optimal range. So most scanners struggle with dark materials since they absorb light, making it harder to collect the accurate depth information. But as you can see here, there are some gaps, but it did manage to capture a lot of that nice detail. Alright, time to reveal which one is a 3D scan, and I hope you got it right. Next, I want to test out this Indiana Jones salt and pepper shaker that I got for my birthday. And it's also a challenge considering how reflective it is, making it hard for the sensors to capture that accurate lighting information, but overall, I think it did a really good job. Okay, I just got an idea. What if I project some light from the camera to help illuminate the object to remove the shadows? I first adjusted the exposure to be correct, and I think that worked well. You can clearly see the details in this model, and the textures look very nice and accurate too. And it's great that the millimeter dimensions are accurate to the real world scale, so you can 3D print a scanned model and you know that it will be the exact same size and proportions of the object that you scanned. So it's great to duplicate an object. Okay, this just arrived. Oops, hold on. Nice, okay. So I found this maker on Instagram who builds these GoldenEye mine props. I had to buy one as a huge fan of the game and movie. It lights up, it chimes, it has vibrations, and a magnet that attaches to metal objects so I can keep it on my refrigerator. I thought it would be great to scan, but remember the dark surfaces are hard to collect points. I tried it the first time, I was about to give up, but then I got the idea. Reposition the object on a flat surface. That way it gets more direct, even lighting, and then I can remove the floor in post later. And yes, that idea did work pretty well. This time I was able to capture a lot more of the details. And if you picked B, you are correct. You spotted the 3D scan. And this scanner is not just limited to small objects. I switched over to the large object setting to scan this cooler. I was hoping it would capture more of the background, but it does seem to try to mostly capture just the main object. Last but not least, what about scanning a person? I set up my lights and camera in the garage and invited my friend over to help me. The garage seemed like a simple and controlled environment for me to get that perfect lighting for scanning. We changed the scanning settings to face and then body, and I wish it did come with a longer USB cable because I had to move the computer around on this chair. But we got it done, and here are the results. It did a pretty good job on the face and captured some nice details. The body scans could have been done better after knowing what we learned from the lighting and scanning process, but overall it's not too bad. If I try it again, I'll post an update. And check this out, if you can scan your face, you can 3D print it too, and create a hollow face illusion. And that's where the inverted face tricks our eyes and appears to be extruding forwards, and it follows your every look. Until you get to that steep angle and the illusion is broken. So I had a lot of fun with this scanner. I think it's impressive that we have this technology to do 3D scanning. I'll let you know how it's going to help me out in some of my future projects. I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's hang out again sometime, and see you next time.